What up, guys? Welcome back to another video vlog. My name is Pedro DoorDash Santiago, and welcome. For those of you that aren't new, and I know I have a lot of loyal subs, thank you for coming. I love this community. I love you guys. You guys keep me going, keep me grinding. For those of you who might be new, my name is Pedro. I do gig work in the St. Louis market, working on my dreams to become a small business owner, helping other small businesses in my region. I do daily content. I do ride-alongs. I do news and informational story. We talk about betting on yourself, setting goals, and doing it one day at a time. And I give you guys a little bit of motivation, and I rant a little bit from here and there. Listen, I had 4 different subscribers send me this article. I got them as early as this past weekend, and I got another one yesterday. And I thought, and I hadn't really read them yet, because I'm just being honest. I haven't opened it and read it. I planned on it. Just been busy with the baby, right? And I was like, wow, so this article has to mean something. So I opened it. I opened each of them, and it was the same article. And I read the description, but I hadn't delved into it. Thank you. You guys didn't say I could use your name, so I won't use it. But if you want to comment, if you see this, you can definitely say, hey, I sent you the video, Thank you to the 4 of you that sent me this news clip, or this article in the Inquirer. Absolutely fantastic. It really shed light on, it's exactly what I'm going to do with my business in my market. And I just really, when I read this, I was inspired. It motivated me to know that, you know what? I'm not crazy, because I've been questioned a lot. Well, how are you going to make money? Is this going to work? I don't know if I'm going to make money. I think I can. If you're passionate about something and you have a good work ethic, I think you can make money doing anything. That's what I believe. It's my humble belief. But I know I'm not the only one that sees there's a need. And I'm going to put this little clip right here, or here. I don't know what side it shows up on. I'm going to give you guys clips, and I'm going to read along some of the key points that really struck home with me about this article. Let's get into it. All right, and don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, share, all that stuff. Give me a thumbs down if you don't like it. I'm good either way. Philly's Delivery, guys, is a startup ready to compete with food delivery giants such as Grubhub, Uber Eats. We'll throw DoorDash in there as well. Here's how it will do it. Philly's Delivery, guys, is a startup ready to compete with food delivery giants such as Grubhub, Uber Eats, DoorDash. Here's how it will do it. Now, I believe this is out in Philadelphia, East Coast. This was from the Inquirer, as you see here. Victor Tejada from the Dominican Republic. Victor Tejada and his company are aimed at supporting small business and entrepreneurs with food ordering and transportation logistics tailored to their needs. You can look back at my videos from day 1, the first week when nobody was watching. I had this plan. I'm going to help the small business guy in my market by not charging them the crazy third-party fees, but also giving them a relationship with somebody they know, they physically see. That's what Mr. Tejada's doing. I love it. I love it. You don't understand how much it inspires me and motivates me. Because to be honest, there's a lot going on in my life, and you get stuck in the rut of food delivery and learning my market. And I'm very precise on why I do it. I wanted to learn my market. I was going to make money. I left my corporate job, and I've been seeing a need. And this just really inspires me. I want to read you guys some clips here. So that's kind of the header of the news article. And there is a need, guys. This gentleman saw a need. He also has software. He's way ahead of it than I am. He's been doing this for a while, right? I'm in infancy. For me, right now, I had an idea, like this gentleman. I had an idea. Then I had to put boots to the ground and do my market research. Then I had to cultivate relationships with these local people. St. Louis is a hotbed for locally owned and operated restaurants. We have a lot of restaurants in a very small area. And I'm not trying to help the McDonald's and the Chipotles of the world. I'm helping the local men and women that have these spots, the families that have these spots, the couples that have these spots, the brothers and sisters that run these bakeries and sandwich shops. That's been my idea. It's been my platform, and I've talked about it since the infancy of this channel. And I also give tips and tricks and things like that. But let's get into some of this article. All right, so this little clip here, delivery guy's owner, Victor Tejada, and 3 of his drivers who deliver food in so they're in Philadelphia. The article talks about a gentleman named Richard Hernandez. He has a bakery, and talks about the troubles and things like that, and how Mr. Tejada's company, the delivery guys, helps guy out, right? And it's amazing, man. I'm gonna show you guys another clip here. I'm gonna read some of the things that kind of hit home with me. So, part of the thing you really got to think about, and I got to think about, and he's thinking about, is how do you get drivers? You need enough drivers. You got to be able to scale your business. You don't want to have too many merchants too quick. I thought, hey, if I could sign up 10 places, that's a good place to start. But you got to get drivers, right? And a part of my channel is also, I've met people in St. Louis market. Let me know when you start your business, man. I'd love to come work with you or learn more about it. Some people say that, you get 100 people that say that, maybe you get 5 that join you. Great. It's gonna take a while, but in this little clip here, he talks about the company is also hiring more drivers so they can expand into Wilmington. Tejada looks to invest in collective cooking spaces to support Caribbean Latino cooks and chefs in the area. This is a guy doing stuff local, and I just love it. I loved everything about this article. In the meantime, Hernandez with Sabar Rico Bakery doesn't regret his decision. That connection and closeness we have with the drivers is guaranteeing that our food gets delivered with respect and love. What else can we ask for? Love it. This clip here talks a little bit about, they do about 1,000 deliveries a day, or doesn't make 1,000 deliveries a day. Tejada says, which means it doesn't have 1% of the market share yet. It takes a while. But their delivery guys, he said he switched to the delivery guys, Mr. Nunez, another business owner, Nunez is a driver. He switched to delivery guys for the $8 pay per order and cash tips. So in his business model, he's paying his dashers $8 an hour. I knew that for me, I'd have to give them a minimum, guaranteed minimum per hour, and then plus the tips. And that would have to be worked out with the merchants and drivers and things, It'll be market specific. This is the East Coast, so maybe in St. Louis, it's $6. Cost of living here is cheaper than there. I haven't even gotten to that point. But the idea here is also, you got to work with your drivers and have a connection and community and have them have a little buy-in and give them something proud to work for and with, right? And I think there are a large majority of people even now that are younger that it's not about the white picket fence and making the money and keeping up with the Joneses. That's really dead, guys. What people now that are 30 and under really value, and I've managed many of them. I've done a lot of research on this, okay? This isn't 100% of people under 30, but a lot of them. They value a connection. They want to know the why. Why are you wanting me to do this, Mr. Manager? Why is this important to the company, Mr. Pedro? Why? And you have to be able to get them here before you get them here. They got to have buy-in, okay? And they value their time, and they value causes, and they value fairness more than the dollar. Some of them, not all, but a lot more now than they did 50 years ago. 50 years ago it was give me a pension, give me a 401k, and give me stability, and I don't want to work weekends. The value of workers 30 and under is different right now. It's different. And companies like this and people that choose to work for them is showing me that. So let's get into the next clip. So this little clip talks about some raw numbers, okay? And all this information is going to be there. This isn't private information. You could do a lot of research and look up your own info in different companies and times and years and markets and cities. In this article, it talks about in 2020, 111 million users use food delivery apps in the U.S. That means people using DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats, Postmates, whatever. That's a 68% increase, up from 66 million in the last 5 years. It's huge growth, guys, but we knew that. We've talked about that. DoorDash had 45% of the market share, with Uber Eats at second with 22. Now DoorDash is up to 56% of U.S. market share last month and led sales in the Philadelphia metro area where this business is, with 54% of the market share, followed by Grubhub with 30%. What this gentleman's doing, he doesn't even have 1%, and that's fine. He's not trying to make billions. He's trying to make an honest living, and he's trying to do it the right way. All right, I like to share this with you guys just because I share with you guys everything, and this is what's going on today. This next clip here, this is a photo of the gentleman, handsome young man, I might say. Not young, he's probably older than me. Victor Tejada is the founder of Delivery Guys. He is also the software engineer behind it. So this is a quote. Making sure that our drivers are part of the community and invested in learning about our business community is what makes the commercial relationship big. It makes it a relationship a big extended family. You get people to have buy-in. You get them to buy into you, your ideas, the community around them, the local mom and pop shop. It's invaluable to a lot of people, guys. I value my time with my friends and family and stuff like that more than I value money. I've said that before. It doesn't mean you don't want to make money and you want to have a living, and you can do that, but still feel like you're doing something that's good, rather than driving for a delivery app that doesn't care about you. And it's like we know, it's a short-term thing. Most of us are going to do it 4 to 10 hours a week. Most people that do DoorDash and gig work, food delivery, only do 4 to 10 hours a week, 90%. That's from the CFO of DoorDash. He said that. So I realize, and we should realize, that a lot of people are doing this for a couple of months, a couple hours a week. Maybe I'll do it for a year to pay for this, pay for that. That's the majority of Dashers. For those of us that do it full-time, I'm one of them right now, right? We do it a lot, right? But we also know that you have to, if you're betting on yourself and you have goals, it's a stepping stone to the next thing, okay? It's a stepping stone to the next thing. But this gentleman has people on his team that maybe their plan's different. They're with this company from the beginning, and they're going to watch it grow, and they're going to have some pride in that, and that's fantastic. Let's go to the next clip. So Tejada said, the secret sauce, in quotations, for his food delivery service isn't in the technology. It's not in the technology. This is for him. It's in the care that the drivers provide customers and business owners alike. See, he has the care value for his business model, and he should, because it's a small local spot. He has the care value. He has quality over quantity. And DoorDash is both these companies are delivering food, but their ethics and the way they do it and their business model is completely different. There's multiple different ways to do the same thing. Different ways to skin a cat, I think is the old saying, right? And DoorDash has one belief system, and Mr. Tejada has another. I lean on towards the Mr. Tejada's end, and I've been talking about that. So when I saw this article, it just made me feel so great. Making sure that our drivers are part of the community and invested in learning about our business community is what makes the commercial. Yeah, I think I read that already. Listen, this article was great. I could say that 1,000 times, and some of you might say, "Oh, it's just an article." And it's just there's hundreds of companies like this out there. I'm sure. I don't know that to be fact, but I'm assuming there are. I wasn't the first person to have this idea. Neither was Mr. Tejada. There's other ones that do it, and they do it start small, then they grow their business. It's not easy being a business owner, but I'd rather work for myself and do something that I'm proud of. And I think most of you feel the same way. Let me know in the comments below if you do. But I'd rather do that than just work for a company that doesn't value myself, doesn't value the time, doesn't value the customer. They don't value the merchant. Greed, 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 greed. I can't say that word enough. And I'm not for the big companies. I've worked for them. So I have a little bit of insider, and I worked at the casino, and I wasn't president of the casino. I wasn't a CFO. I was a director of food and beverage operations, and I started to learn a lot, especially the last year, on the ins and outs, and I was part of the decision-making of hiring, firing, retaining, furloughing people, having to call people and fire them over the phone. That's not an easy thing to do, guys. Fire somebody in the middle of a pandemic. 200 people. It's not fun. It's business. It's not fun. I understand how these big companies think on a small level, but I get the gist of it. And I'm not going to ever back those kind of companies. I'm not ever going to say those are the best ones. They're doing it the right way. Yeah, they might do some humanitarian things and community things. That's because they get tax breaks. Don't let me get into that. I'm for the little guy. I'm for you. I'm for myself. I'm for Mr. Tejada. I'm from Elaine's Sandwich Shop that I went and had a sandwich down there today. She's a local lady on Cherokee. Fantastic sandwiches. If you're in St. Louis, check it out. Elaine's on Cherokee. That's who I want to be around. That's who I want to spend my money with. That's who I want to help make money. That's who I want to help bet on themselves and reach their goals and do it one day at a time. You guys are great. This is an impromptu video. I wasn't going to make one today, but I said, you know what? I read this article. I'm going to make a 10 to 15 minute video and talk about it because I want you guys to read it. If you're out in the Philadelphia area and you know about this, maybe it's not news to you. It was news to me. Super inspiring, super motivating. Listen, I can't thank you guys enough for watching this. Share this video with somebody that's a business owner, somebody that wants to start a business and they need some inspiration. Read this article. Maybe you get a little bit something from it. I loved everything about it. If you guys got more articles, things that you want to show me, screenshots of good, bad, or crazy orders, good stories about gig work, good stories about what you're doing to bet on yourself, bad stories that you think need to be talked about and get out to some people. Okay. Each day I have a couple thousand people watch my videos. Okay. That's not a lot, but you got to start somewhere. And if one person can see something that I'm doing and be inspired, motivated, or feel anything and get some kind of information, or I didn't know about that. Oh, thanks for sharing it. And I see that every day. So I'm humbled to be helping this community. You guys are fantastic. Bet on you, set goals one day at a time. I'll see you guys on the next video.